very good morning to everyone. So let me begin with this opening thought today that criticism is information and it doesn't have to become an identity. Criticism is information. It doesn't have to become an identity. So let me ask you something, and please be honest with yourself. Have you ever received a comment from your mother-in-law, your boss, your neighbor, your spouse, or even your own child, and spend the next 3 days replaying it in your head like a WhatsApp forward that just won't stop circulating? You didn't say anything in the moment. You smiled, maybe nodded, maybe said, ha ha, theek hai. But inside something cracked. So today I want to talk about something we all face, but very few of us are taught how to handle gracefully. Yes. So we are going to talk about criticism and more importantly, how to handle it without losing yourself. And all the graphologists here, they understand what fear of criticism is. So it's like an area to work on ourselves. So imagine you wake up in the morning, walk to the bathroom, look in the mirror, and you notice a stain on your face. Maybe some haldi from last night's cooking, maybe something worse. And now, do you get angry at the mirror? Or do you say, how dare this mirror show me this? No, of course not. You wipe it off. You move on because you understand the mirror is not attacking you. The mirror is providing information. So, criticism at its best is exactly that, a mirror. The person criticizing you may not always be kind in how they say it. They may be clumsy, harsh, or even a little dramatic, like your Masi who can't say tumne acha kiya without first saying five things you did wrong. But behind the noise, there may be a reflection worth seeing. The challenge is most of us have been conditioned to either deflect every criticism or absorb every criticism. And both extremes are dangerous because deflect everything and you stop growing, absorb everything and you stop living. So let me tell you about Priya. She's a 38-year-old marketing manager, sharp, capable, and deeply committed. In a team meeting, her senior says, Priya, your presentation lacked structure. Priya comes home, sits at the dining table, and cannot eat. She's not thinking about the presentation. She's thinking, maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe I shouldn't have taken this role. Maybe they've been judging me all along. One sentence about a presentation became a full-length Bollywood tragedy about her entire identity. Sounds familiar? Okay, let me give you another example about Sunita ji. She has been running her household like a silent CEO for 22 years. Every morning by 6 a.m., tiffin ready, family fed, bills managed, guests welcomed, and one afternoon, her husband casually says, आज दाल में ना नमक कम था. Just that. 6 words about salt. But for Sunita ji, those 6 words felt like a 22 years of effort dismissed in one breath. She goes quiet. She stops cooking with joy for 3 days. The house feels it, even if no one says it. One comment and so much weight. And then There is Rajesh ji, a 52-year-old man who has worked hard his whole life, provided for his family, never missed a payment. One evening, his son says, Papa, you never really listened to me. And now Rajesh has two choices. He can get defensive and say, मैं तुम्हारे लिए ही तो करता हूं सब कुछ. Or he can pause and ask himself, is this something worth hearing in this? Now that pause, that one moment of stillness is where wisdom lives. So how do we actually handle criticism without breaking? So here is a simple but powerful framework. When someone criticizes you, before you react, before you defend, before you shut down, ask yourself three questions. Yes. One, is it true? Not does it hurt, not does they say it nicely, but simply, is there truth in it? Sometimes the answer is yes, but that's okay. Truth, even when it stings, is a gift. Sometimes the answer is no, and then you gently set it aside, like returning someone's wrong parcel. Question number two, is it useful? Even if something is partially true, ask, can I do something with this? Can this information make me better, sharper, kinder? If yes, keep it. If it's just someone venting their frustration onto you, that's their parcel to carry, not yours. And number three, what can I learn? Every criticism, even a clumsy one, carries a lesson somewhere. Maybe it's about how to communicate better. Maybe it's about setting clearer expectations. Or maybe it's simply about not making dal without checking the salt. And then, now this is the most important part, separate the feedback from your self worth. Your presentation may have lacked structure. That does not mean you lack value. The dal may have had less salt, but that does not mean 22 years of love and service are invisible. And your son may feel unheard, but that does not mean you're a bad father. It means there's an invitation to listen more. So, criticism is about a behavior, a moment, a choice, and it's not about who you are at your core. That's far deeper. So, let's do today's reflection, today's exercise. And I want to give you a small task right now, or you can do it tonight before sleep. I want you to think of one piece of criticism you received recently, maybe last week, maybe last month, or maybe as early as just yesterday. And I want you to write down, even mentally note down three things. What hurt? Be honest with yourself. Name the feeling. What helped? Was there any truth or usefulness in what was said? And what lesson exists? That is, what can you take forward from this? Now, this is not about excusing unkindness. Some people deliver feedback very poorly, and that is their limitation. But within even the harshest words, there is sometimes a seed of something valuable. Your job is to find the seed and leave the harsh wrapping behind. There's a beautiful saying in our tradition कि सोने को आग में डालो तो सोना और निखर जाता. Gold, when put through fire, only becomes more refined. So criticism is fire. It can burn you down or it can make you gold. The difference is not in the fire. The difference is in how you hold yourself while passing through it. So you're not what people say about you in a difficult moment. You're what you choose to do with that moment. So handling criticism with grace is not weakness. It's one of the highest forms of emotional intelligence. So here is your call to action. Just one thing this week. Next time someone criticizes you, before you react, take one breath. Ask yourself, is it true? Is it useful? What can I learn? Let me say that again. You have to ask yourself, is it true? Is it useful? What can I learn? One breath, three questions, that's it. You'll be surprised how much that one pause can change the quality of your relationships, your growth, and your peace. With that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.